Hi everyone, it's that time of year again. It's time to refresh and top off the soil in your raised beds. However, if you don't add this one key ingredient, your garden will not grow to its full potential. So today I'm going to show you how to refresh and top off your raised beds, quick and simple, along with this key ingredient that really makes it all come together. Raised beds are a really fun and easy way to grow vegetables. You can grow a ton in raised beds. However, the vegetables do deplete the soil from season to season, but you don't have to get rid of your old soil each season. It's your biggest investment in your garden, but you do need to refresh it, replenish the nutrients, so that the next planting, your vegetables will be productive again too. Step one, if you have old plants in your raised bed, go ahead and pull them out. We've been harvesting off this lettuce and this basil for many months. It's time to come out. Now you can leave the roots in the soil if you want to let them decompose and add more organic matter to the soil, or you can pull them out and compost your plants. This beautiful endive has a lot of life in it, so I'm going to dig it up and transplant it to another spot in the garden. Since the tomatillo here has some powdery mildew, I'm not going to add it to my compost pile, but I'll put it in my green bin. I'm going to get my drip irrigation out of the way, and then we'll top off the garden bed. Step two to refreshing your raised beds is to top them off. Now, raised bed soil does settle over time. You can see here that my soil has settled about 6 inches. This happens over the growing season as the organic matter in your soil breaks down, and every season you've got to top it off. Now, what I'm using to top it off is some reused potting mix. You can also use old garden soil. If you don't have anything you can repurpose around your backyard, you can purchase topsoil at the garden center, as it's very inexpensive. And then we're going to top it off and bring the soil level all the way up to the top with our reused soil. Now that I have the soil level in my raised bed brought all the way to the top, we're getting to the good stuff now. Step three, we're going to add some compost. Now I'm using my homemade compost I made here in my garden. You can also purchase bag compost if you don't have any. I'm going to add a few inches of compost to the top of my garden bed and then mix it in. Step four is to add worm castings. Now I always add the Vermistera worm castings because they add a lot of beneficial bacteria and microbes to the soil and really help the soil life. I'm just going to add a few handfuls here at the top of the soil. It spreads really easily. And I can't wait to see more worms in my garden bed. I want to tell you about a resource that's going to be really helpful for you in your raised bed gardening. And it's my book, The First Time Gardener, Raised Bed Gardening. Lots of great information in here, including how to build this raised bed step by step and several other easy raised bed designs. You want to grab that with my Raised Bed Garden Kitchen Seed Collection. If you buy these in a bundle, you get $5 off, and you also get an additional 25% off with the code CaliKim Seeds. Step five is to add an organic granular fertilizer with a balanced NPK. Now, balanced means you want about an even amount of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. You can find that on the back of your fertilizer package. This one is around a 5-5-5. The N stands for nitrogen, which helps with green leafy growth. The P stands for phosphorus, which helps with root development, flower production, and fruit production. And the K stands for potassium, which helps your plants be healthy and fight off disease. I'm going to sprinkle over about 2 cups here. It's a 2x8 raised bed, 2 cups should do it, and then mix it in. Step six, and this is the key ingredient that your garden needs, is to add iron. Now we're partnering with Monterey Lawn and Garden for this video, and we're going to add Dr. Iron to our garden bed. If you think of your garden like a train, the N, P, and K are the macronutrients that you need in your train to make your garden grow, but iron is like the engine that really powers everything, kickstarts the production of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is which turns sunlight into energy or photosynthesis to make your garden grow and thrive. NPK are the macronutrients. You need them in a little larger doses. Iron, as the engine, binds all the other essential nutrients together to make them function properly. Because Monterey's Dr. Iron has a higher concentration of nutrients, you can use less product than other brands and still get amazing results. I'm going to sprinkle over half a cup of Dr. Iron here to this garden bed. Only need to do it once a season, as it's a controlled release for season-long feeding of your plants. Dr. Iron also corrects an iron deficiency. A sign of that is yellowing leaves. It really greens up the foliage and makes them burst with color. Monterey Lawn and Garden is offering 20% off for CaliKim viewers. Head over to montereylawngarden.com and use the code CaliKim20 for 20% off site-wide. Step 7 is to water all the nutrients into the soil to help them to absorb, and it gets your garden bed ready for planting. If your soil is really dry, you might need to water a little bit, mix it in so the water is absorbed all throughout the soil. Continue doing this until there's no more dry spots. My raised bed is topped off, the soil is refreshed, and wow, this soil is looking great. I can't wait to get some fresh new veggies planted in here. I know they're gonna thrive. I wanna thank Monterey Lawn and Garden for partnering with us on this video. Don't forget to add that key ingredient, Dr. Iron. It's for organic gardening. It's really gonna make all the other essential nutrients of your garden work together and provide seamless growth for your plants. Head over to MontereyLawnGarden.com. Use the code CaliKim20 for 20% off. They've got a great organic line of products. I know you're gonna love them. Thanks so much for watching. See you on the next video.